I had to take a swimming test to become a SEAL. I couldn't swim. Okay. How do you think I felt walking into an aquatic center to take a swimming test, knowing I couldn't swim? I felt like an idiot. I felt like a fool. But I would have never become a good swimmer. I would have never become a SEAL if I wouldn't have walked into this place to attempt to do something that I knew I was going to fail at, and I was going to fail at it in front of people who were better than me. And I kept going back there week after week, failing this swimming test. It took me months just to get a contract to join the Navy. I kept going back week after week after week. Every time I walked in that place, I felt like an idiot. I'm going to be the guy splashing around in this pool, freaking throwing up, having to stand up because I can't make it one lap across this pool. But I just kept showing up, even though I knew I knew I didn't belong there. But I had to become the person who did belong there. You know what I mean? And so that's how you find these people. That's how you find these mentors. You are going to have to go and walk up in somewhere, whether it's the start line of a 5K, the start line of a 100-mile race, probably like the pinnacle of all of my running was at a last man standing race. That became my favorite format to run, is last man standing. I like to be able to get in other people's minds. Like I can make it a game. And with a last man standing race, you're running the same loop over and over again. So you're with the same people every loop, you're with the same person, you're with the same people. And so I just love it, dude. I just play so many games with guys. I'll see a dude and he might look fine, but I'll say, hey man, it looks like you're limping a little on your left leg. Like, are you feeling all right? And he'll be like, no, I think I'm fine. Well, a few laps later, the dude will be limping on his left leg. And like, he didn't hurt his leg. I just planted that seed in his mind that there's something wrong with his left leg and he's limping. And it actually becomes his reality. It's wild, man, how powerful the mind is. And a lot of people would say, well, Chad, that's not very sportsmanlike, and that's not, that's not inspirational. But man, in competition, you're trying to win. You know what I mean? You're trying to win. So I love that, being able to leverage all those, little minds, spoken word, and not giving your pain a voice, and then leveraging those things against my competitors. And so that became kind of the pinnacle for me of ultra running, was that last man standing. And I won 2 of those races, the mid-state mile, back-to-back years. Yeah, people really don't, people, like you said, they really don't like that. Even that film that came out about that race, the Just 1 Mile, there's a full documentary on it, and a lot of people that watch that film, they actually hate me, because the film shows me doing that. You see me doing all these things on the film, and so I have gotten like hate from that. And but dude, that competitive drive, that is why people win. You are not going to win if you just want to play nice. You're just flat out not going to win. When you first start out, you're really hungry. That competitive drive is there, right? But then as you go and you build the thing that you had set out to build, you get to this point when it's all built and you're like, okay, well, now why do I keep going? You need to look at what you're doing now, at the point you are now, as a competition. You need to figure out how to make your training better than everybody else's. Your podcast better than everybody else's. Everything you do, and there's a lot of places that we can improve. Things are just running fine. We could just let them keep rolling, right? But when you stop thinking about things as a competition, like you're not going to keep going. You're not going to keep improving. You're not ultimately going to win, right? And it really resets your mind and makes you think, okay, yeah, I've built something, but I haven't really built what I set out to build yet. I have a long ways to go. And so that man, just thinking about things in that way and not backing down from that competitive nature that, you know, I have in me. I don't guess everybody has it, but it's a key to success. Like all the races I've won, there's no way I would have won if I wouldn't have set out to crush everyone else there. Like everyone who wins an ultra marathon, they don't win by accident. They win because they show up and whether they will tell you this or not, their ultimate goal is to crush everyone else there. And that's the mindset that you have to be at the top, you know, and to stay at the top. Mentors have been so important to me in my life. People are like, oh, well, I can't find those people. I can't find the people that you know, I'm looking for to help me through this journey I'm on. It's like, you have to put yourself in the places where they are. But to find the right community, you have to put yourself in the place where that community you're searching for already is, right? They're not going to come to you. Mentors aren't going to come to you. The community's not going to come to you. But the reason people don't want to go and put themselves in these environments where they're going to find mentors, they're going to find people who are better than they are, who can help them along, they're going to find the right community. The reason people don't want to go and put themselves in those, basically in those environments is because when you walk into that environment, you are not going to feel like you belong. And people don't want that. They don't want to walk into an environment where they don't feel like they belong, where they feel like everyone around them is better than them, and indeed everyone around them is better than them. They feel unprepared. They basically feel like fools, right? People don't want to do that. They don't want to change their environment. We want an environment in life because, again, our default is comfort, homeostasis. We want our environment to be a bunch of people who are just like we are. That's what we want it to be, because if we stay in that environment, there's going to be nobody there that can call you out or call you up. And so that's where most people stay their whole life. They surround themselves with people who are just like they are. If your business is the same size as my business, I don't want to talk business with you. If you run the same pace as I run, I don't want to run with you. I don't. Like, that's not the environment I want to be in.
If you want to see an extended cut of this interview, because we couldn't get absolutely everything in there, from the conversations in his car to his lounge to the morning coffee talks, find them all at Patreon down below. Use the link in the description for exclusive benefits right now, where you can get behind the scenes, extended editions, early access, ad-free content, and much, much more with the link down below. Thank you, Patreon community, for making this possible. We could not fly our film crew around the world and make this happen without your support.